Welcome to part 2 of Mega Man ZX. In this episode, we're going to continue where we last left off because we're given two missions. The first one we did was save Giro from being attacked. Now this one is we just gotta pass a test. It's literally a trial where you're gonna have to go in Area C as a human and talk to the Guardians. Now, it's actually easier than you think. But we're going to be frequently visiting Area C because Area C holds a lot of secrets. And more than likely, you're going to be visiting Area C with every single biometal you happen to get along the way. There are 5 in all. Nope, let me rephrase that. 7 in all. Yes. The 6 you're going to be getting throughout the entirety of this game, and the 1 that is optional. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for now, we're going to be human, and we're going to go through the entirety of Area C. And don't worry, the whole part is not going to be Area C. No, we're actually going to get our second biometal in this part too. Through very brutal and unnecessary means, but we're going to be getting our second biometal nonetheless. Which actually is the titular biometal of the game. But before we do that, in case anybody's wondering what is on the other side of A2, which I went through in part 1, however, I wasn't able to get there because of the fact that I did not have a key. You can actually go in through the back door. No, I'm dead serious. This is the back door to A2. So, in case you're wondering where that led, there you go. This game is a Metroidvania. No, I'm dead serious. This is like the first of 2 Metroidvania Mega Mans in the entirety of this. Actually, no, wait, I forgot. Mega Man Legends is a thing. It's not much of a Vania, but it is still a very open area game. By the way, here's our first Guardian. Literally the next door over. I went to the other door purposely to show off where A2, what that led to, and it basically led to A2. Now, there are going to be some side quests here in this game. In this particular area here, most of your side quests are going to be there. Most of your requests will be there, and you'll have to fill them out there. Oh look, there's our second Guardian right here. No, I'm not kidding. The funny thing about this is, Aile is a slow crawler, however she can jump really high. Vint is a fast crawler, however Vint's jumping sucks. So yeah, I think that's the difference between Aile and Vint. In case you missed part 1, because I did go over that. Now, there is a van right here. I mentioned that you're going to have to use a biometal. Well, guess what? That van can only be moved with biometal F. You'll see in just a moment because past me foolishly tries to move it with biometal X. Oh yeah, by the way, get used to biometal X because I'm going to be gone by the end of this part. So, let's just show you exactly what this do. And nope, you cannot move it. But again, biometal F can. Now, we can go to C1 and we can check in other areas. And this also is going to probably be where you will find energy capsules, like full energy capsules. Which, by the way, once you get another biometal other than X, you can actually destroy and it'll become mini capsules. So there's that. And also you can destroy crystals to become mini crystals. So we'll have to come here eventually. After we get ourselves our very first biometal, because there are going to be some high areas that we can reach. And we can't enter in that room either. However, we can enter in this room, and this is where our third Guardian is. The last one's farther out. So with that said, let's just get a move on and keep going this way. A word of warning to anyone. You're gonna run into danger if you happen to be wearing a biometal in the city. Because you see, here's the thing. Not only will people not talk to you, well, certain ones anyway, but the security bots will attack. Yeah, those metals you just saw, they'll probably attack you if you were wearing your biometal, but you're not. I'm not, at least. So I don't know if any harm would come to that guy if I did, but that's not the case, because I kept my biometal off. And remember, folks, you can crawl. And crawl to the last guy in the entirety of this mission. Now then, since we did this, you're gonna have to go to the teleporter in C2 in order for you to get the Hey, wait. You gotta go all the way to the end. You fool! Be right back. Okay. All that dolling around I did, I had to go back. I just realized I had to go all the way to the end. Although, this girl, once you've beaten a couple of Mavericks, you can come back to talk to her. I think she has a side quest. But this is the person we need to talk to. You'll get the stuffed animal in order for you to get to Guardian HQ. However, here's the thing. We need to go all the way back to the other transporter in order to do that. A thing I neglected to mention, and there's a good reason for it, is the fact that you can report missions in any trans server, but the problem is you're gonna have to use a certain color transporter whenever you get a key for that transporter. You can't do anything here because all you can do is just save data. And also, like, pick up missions if they happen to be requested, but you cannot be transported here until Prairie gives you the clearance. It's just like going through red doors and also going through gold doors and also green doors. You need the clearance to go through those. And I think some of them can be getting through Prairie, or some of them can get through side quest. It all depends. But the fact is, the only trans servers that will teleport you for the time being until you get the clearance for them is the yellow ones, meaning we have to go all the way back to the beginning of C1 in order for us to get the transporter. Jesus Christ. But at least we have overworlds again, unlike with 04. Yay! Oh yeah, remember folks, you only had the transport everywhere, and more importantly, Area 0 was literally confined. There was a good bit of good news here, especially as far as this game is concerned. You no longer have to worry about S ranks. Bless the fucking Lord! So now let's head over to Guardian HQ. And by the way, you only will be able to transport if you happen to locate the trans-server, or at least the yellow one there. Yeah, red trans-servers will have corresponding trans-servers, and blue trans-servers will have corresponding trans-servers. Yes, there are blue ones too. But as I was saying, thank the Lord you do not have to worry about S ranks and stuff like that. You just gotta worry about side quests. And speaking of which, I picked up a computer chip on the way over to Prairie. So yeah. We're gonna also give her the stuffed animal too, because Prairie has fond memories of that teddy bear. Except there's just one thing about Prairie that you need to know. Another Reploid was holding a teddy bear in 04. That Reploid was Alouette. By the way, that's Prairie. She just changed her name and got an upgrade later on. So, yeah. After the events of 04 anyway. And yeah, Prairie is the commander of the Guardians. By the way, this guy is going to be a person that's going to give you side quests. Always go to him because he's going to give you some of the best items in the game. Also, you're going to be probably going through side quests with every person in the entirety of Guardian HQ. This is also going to be your base away from Area C, because Area C has a lot of things. For one, while you can't really go to the bridge, you can, however, go around Guardian CQ and interact and mingle with people. But the reason why she called both Giro and Aile here is because of the fact that Giro is part of the Guardians. And Aile is his commander. And he is tasked to make sure that nothing bad happens to Aile. Same thing's going to happen with Vint. But she's used this airship to pretty much investigate the rampant Maverick attacks. And the Maverick attacks are everywhere. The thing is, even though the Slither security force is in the area, they're not doing anything. Because there's a certain time for them to be dispatched. However, the biometals we just found was from the first commander of the Guardians. And in case you all know who that is, that's CL. And she is dead. That's right. CL is dead at the start of ZX. So practically nobody survived Mega Man ZX except for Prairie. Kind of a shame, really. But at the end of the day, Prairie will pick up where CL left off. And now we're going to be doing personal missions for, well, not personal, but rather missions to protect not only Slither City, but the entirety of the world from Mavericks. Oh, and remember, folks, Mavericks can be a person, place, or thing as of ZX, so bear that in mind. Oh, right! These, discs that we're fighting, they're not elves this time. There are no cyber elves. Thank the Lord. And that particular doll actually has a tank up there. So, you want to try to shoot it down, by all means. You can get the Biometal X or Biometal ZX later on in order to do so. But for right now, we're here for a reason. Fleuve is examining the biometal. Well, before we would have fought Flove, I would have just constantly shot that doll down until I actually gotten something from that. I forgot what it was. But I'll end up destroying the doll because we gotta go back in that room anyway, due to the fact that if you ace the Pseudoroids at level 4, there's gonna be a doll of them. And I'll get to more on the Pseudoroids later. Yeah, I did mention them. But yeah, I'm going to get to them later because part 3 is where we're going to start taking them on. However, we're going to go into some action despite lots of plot. And the plot is definitely thickening as we're going to have to go to Slither Inc. office in order to save the people from being attacked by Mavericks on the highway. Okay, I just want to let everybody know, whenever Keiji Inafune does a nostalgia trip, that means this was meant to be the last game. Let me remind you all, I'm sorry I bit my tongue, that Mega Man ZX Advent also exists. So now that we got that out of the way, there's going to be so much nostalgia in this game, it is not even funny. So yes, if you all remember Mega Man X, we're going to be going to that one highway. Oh god, I got the hiccups. Ugh. And folks, when it comes down to going to the highway, it always ends in 1, a mid-boss, or 2, an unwinnable battle. Normally the latter, no, actually no, former than the latter. And unfortunately, I'm playing this on the Xbox One, and y'all know the deal. Sometimes it'll have a 10-minute head start or something like that, or 10-minute time limit, and it will cut off the video. You know, Xbox has not learned to, increase the recording time to at least 30 minutes to an hour. You know, that would make things a lot easier, and also have an editing tool. Because they took away Upload Studio because of how buggy it was. But whatever the case, folks, it's time for us to go in and rush head first. But before I do that, I think somebody's at the door for me. I'll be right back. Alright. Now that I'm back after dealing with some important business, let's go on ahead and go to Area D. And yes, Area D is... Did I just get hit? Did I just get hit again? Okay, false start. Let's try this again. Now let's go back to Area D, where the last time we were here, it was Mega Man X, and more importantly, oh, and in case you're wondering where that door leads to, that's Area B, but that was locked. But anyway, this actually was the area where you had to pursue Bile in order for to actually start the game. Now, this area will not let you pass through without destroying, or at least shooting that switch. Now, why did I just get shot? Also, met tools with billy clubs. That's freaking hilarious. Anyway, we just need to get through and be careful of the enemies ahead. And despite the fact that the Guardians are capable fighters, you're still gonna have to rely on, well, yourself. Because the Guardians are, cannon fodder. And some of the ones you meet will, help you out, or more importantly, ask you to do a tedious task. It all depends. And I thought I could ride that helicopter. Oh well, it's not 04, folks. Now we just need to blast our way through the enemies here, and plus there's gonna be some familiar looking enemies. Particularly this one! Hey, you all remember this droid? Yeah, this one actually was a B jet from Mega Man X. And the funny part is it went down just as fast. Although you can't climb on it, you could still, like, jump over it at least. And now, if I can get through, come on, let me get through. Come on, thank you. Now then, we got another one, because we're nearing the end of this. That's the only explanation. By the way, I forgot to mention this very important factor, but Model X actually shoots 2-store shots. So bear that in mind for anyone who thinks Model X is trash. It can hold its own on its own right. Ooh, not good. There's just crumbling platforms and at least one safe platform. And yeah, that can be rather tedious. That safe platform will make sure that you don't fall, but the crumbling platforms before it will more than likely fall in a domino effect. But hey, we managed to make it to the boss! And Giro's already been beaten. By the way, this is Slither! Slither is talking all that nonsense about the blue Mega Man. Looking like this dude that went full Neo-Arcadian. Excuse me one second. Sorry about that, I thought my job was calling me back in, but apparently it was a scammer. Anyway, he was talking all that BS about the blue Mega Man, and he just turned Giro against us! Oh no! Well, get ready folks, because Model Z and Model X is fighting again. Oh, and you see his dashing techniques. That is literally an homage to Omega Zero. Speak of the devil. Yeah, some of his attacks are easily avoidable, some of them aren't, but they hit like a truck. I almost have him, I just gotta get out of the way. And, oh, regular pellet shots are not gonna work. Charge shots will do so. Oops. Well, thank God Model Z, or should I say Model X, has a double shot. Otherwise, this would be terrible. And, good lord. I did mention that Giro was a Reploid. Serpent just turned him Maverick, yes. Serpent literally had the ability to turn not only random machines, but also actual Reploids, Maverick. And he struck the man down. But it gets even worse. Serpent has in his hands Model W. And for those of you who haven't seen my Mega Man 04 playthrough, go back to that. Oh yeah, my controller decides to disconnect. God damn it. Anyway, if you haven't seen the Mega Man 04 playthrough, by all means do so. 03 also, you'll know who Dr. Vile is. Dr. Vile is the guy who pretty much tried to destroy Area Zero, which basically what Slither City is built upon. And yeah, it all pretty much makes sense of what happened to CL. This guy happened. And next to him is Prometheus and Pandora. I gotta admit, those two are my favorite Mavericks out of the entirety of the series. And yeah, they body either Aile or Vint. Doesn't matter who you play, they get bodied. Meaning that these two are a credible threat. And yes, Serpent is also a Reploid as well, if you can't tell by the triangle on his head. But the worst part about all this is Giro is down for the count. And now so is Aile. And even worse, Pandora is pulling the passwords out of both of them. Yeah, that's another thing about this story. The passwords. Those passwords practically are, how shall I put this? The key to getting to the center of the real Model W. Yeah. When the Ragnarok fell with Bile in it, he became a biometal. And even worse, not only did he become a biometal, the ship that used to be the, or should I say the remnants of the Ragnarok also became part of the biometal. So now, we gotta deal with that shit. It's over a year. It's been over a year since I played 04, and now, here we are playing ZX. But, unfortunately, folks, Zero, or should I say Giro, is about to go. He's sacrificing himself so that Model W, or should I say, yeah, Model W could be defeated, basically, but I was about to say so that Model Zero could save Aile from, well, complete and utter annihilation. And with that, Giro became a cyber elf. And now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. It is the time that we combine Model Zero to Model X, making probably the game's titular character, and probably giving you enough strength to combat Slither. Well, yeah, you can just beat the whole entirety of the game with Model ZX. I'm just saying. But we're about to go into a cutscene real soon. Granted, it's in Japanese.
モデル X モデル Z 力をもっと力を私に全てを守る戦う力を守るんだ私が全部守るんだ
And now, folks, bear witness to the game-breaking form that is Mega Man ZX. Except there's just one thing: you lose Model X until you start a new game. Prices you pay, folks! Prices you pay. But on the plus side, you can charge your Saber and your Buster, just like Zero. Yeah, I have very low health. I need to fix that problem. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. I will be transported back to the base. But it looks like Mega Man ZX is going to be in action. Not this part, but the next part. Because, oh boy, I gotta say, as opposed to Mega Man Zeros 1 through 4, it is great, and I repeat, it is great that we now have more fluid control without having to train our goddamn weapons. Actually, 04 didn't do that. More along the lines of 04 just had you killing enemies for upgrades. But thank God you didn't have to do that. But story-wise, we're going to have to hunt down 6 Pseudoroids. Oh wait, yeah, that's right, 6 Pseudoroids. Because each one of... Oh no, let me rephrase that. 8 Pseudoroids. I'm an idiot. Because each one of them have both halves of biometal L, F, P, and R. I mean H, sorry. H. There's no biometal R. Well, that's going to stand for roll. You know, that would be awesome if it did. But no, we're going to have to find those 8 biometals. Well, 8 Pseudoroids that have half of each biometal. Beat the crap out of them. Get the passwords, so that way we could go and pursue Model W as well as Slither. So we will have a bunch of missions. However, there's optional missions we can take in between once we get our hands on the biometal in question. Sometimes you're going to need just a part of the biometal to complete some of the side quest and also get some of the items. Others, you're going to need the entirety of the biometal. So, with that said, we're going to have to go straight to the nearest trans server because, damn, I took a beating. I took a serious beating. Oh wait, I've got to get that right here. For the record, those who don't know what those chips are for, they're actually boss data chips. They actually give data on the bosses, and they also give data on certain characters as well as enemies. You can collect them for an achievement if you want to. By all means, do so. But at the exact same time, while you're doing so, bear in mind that these do not house elves. Just saying. So on that note, let's just go into the trans server, and we're gonna call it a game. And in the next episode of Mega Man Z... Oh, wait, before we go, we now have a yellow key. From here on in, we can now open the yellow doors. Now, it's time for my send-off. In the next episode of Mega Man ZX, our first Reploid, or should I say Pseudoroid, is gonna be in Search the Plant. And we're gonna do that next time in part 3, which will basically get us our first our third biometal, not the first one. We already got the first and second one. So yeah. Normally I don't record on Sunday, but hey, it's working out so far. I can cover a lot in just every Sunday. So with that said, folks, this is RFman985. See you guys next time, and see y'all next Sunday. Peace out.